Wake up with us, it's time to rise and shine. Morning mayhem's on the air, we're feeling fine. We got a motto, Tomlin and Mama Manning too. Bringing you the latest, there's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to May 9th. It is a Thursday. It's about 54 degrees out this morning, and it is our 50th episode this season. So we started in February. We're already at 50. We're well over 200 total for the amount of shows we've done. So we're moving along there. This is the last full day of the week. Tomorrow is early dismissal, and it is a B day. So let's take a look at what's happening. It is still Teacher Appreciation Week, so make sure you say hey to your teacher and appreciate what they've done. Class of 2025 members, don't forget, for the National Honor Society, you have a meeting today after school in the Media Center. The pom-pom poll of the week is Dunkin' or Starbucks. So if you haven't swung by the Media Center yet, why don't you swing over there and drop one of the pom-poms into either one of the jars, Dunkin' or Starbucks. The Veterans Forum is May 23rd. If you're still interested, look for Mr. Collins and Ms. Stevens. Spring Fine Arts is coming up on Thursday, May 16th. That'll be down in the Fine Arts Wing. Helping Hands Touch a Bus is coming up on May 19th. That's 9 to 3 p.m. Cost is $15, and the forms were due yesterday, but I don't know if you can still turn them in to Miss Maharam or Miss Samo. So reach out to them before you turn that in. And the Best Buddies Prom is on its way. It's going to be May 31st. If you're interested in going, tickets are $5, and they'll be on sale in the CAF. And don't forget to listen to us every morning at 7 a.m. or thereabouts on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you find your favorite podcast. Today's historical events. In 1887, today was the day that the Buffalo Bill Cody's Wild Wests debuted in Europe. And it was in London, England. It was featured cowboys, Native American performance, sharpshooters, and various acts. The Wild Bill Cody, Buffalo Bill Cody Wild West show. That's a mouthful.
There you go.
It'll be hard to fit on a business card too.
That was the goal back then. That you wanted it so much of an epic name that people would be drawn to it.
So it would inspire confidence in how good the spectacle was going to be. In 1927, it was the birth of the Peanuts comic strip. This is when Charles M. Schulz first introduced the characters Charlie Brown, Snoopy, Lucy, and Linus, and others.
What year?
1927, it says.
Wow.
I don't know. I'll have to double check on that one. 1960, the FDA approves the birth control pill in 1960, making it the first contraceptive pill by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Birthdays. Today was 1949. Billy Joel, singer of the Uptown Girl and We Didn't Start the Fire. Ghostface Killah was born in 1970. He was the renowned rapper from Staten Island. You might know him more popularly for the Wu-Tang Clan. That's what I thought, 1950. I might just have a typo there. And Rosario Dawson was born on this day in 1979. For national days, it is the National Alphabet Magnet Day. I didn't even know they had a...
That is awesome.
What?
Those plastic letters that go on your fridge. They have the National Day where you celebrate the education and grammar of little children, poetry, or the words you would spell out as a child on the fridge. I don't even know if they make magnetic fridges. Are fridges magnetic anymore? I know only the side of my fridge is magnetic. The door, nothing would stick to.
Mine's magnetic, but it's also 8 years old now, so...
All right. So
Mine was the Frog series. What's it, little green frog? What's the company? The Frog?
Of refrigerators?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the eco ones.
I forget what they are.
It is also National Butterscotch Brownie Day.
Yum, yum.
And National Lost Sock Memorial Day.
Oh, that's
Just
huge.
a moment of silence for all those socks that didn't make it out of the dryer. Over to sports, Manning. I turned it down this time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No scores to report from yesterday.
All right.
And today's schedule, we have girls tennis versus Kennedy away at 3:30. We have girls softball versus Nagy away at 6 p.m. Good luck, all athletes. And go Celtics.
And go Celtics. Should be a pretty good day, about 65 this afternoon. We'll see how that holds up for the rest of the day. And that's the sports with Mama Manning. Over to the news desk with Tomlin.
Morning, couple top stories Saturday. First off, U.S. President Joe Biden says the U.S. will not be supplying weapons for Israel to attack Rafah, in a warning to an ally. The U.S. has historically provided enormous amounts of military aid to Israel and has recently approved additional funding to provide it. However, we are currently holding off on supplying that. The House of Representatives has rejected Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's efforts to remove Speaker Mike Johnson from the office of Speaker. It was resoundingly defeated 300-something to 40 to put the motion on the to table the motion so as not to advance it. Nemo, among the favorites at Eurovision, is finding acceptance on stage and off. Nemo, the representative of Switzerland, if they win, they will be the first non-binary contestants to win the vaunted.
Vaunted. I go with vaunted.
Hey, crystal microphone.
My sons are. My son is over there. At Sweden. Was boyfriend to be in Sweden while Eurovision's going on. They're huge Eurovision fans. So they're in Stockholm right now.
Nice. Yeah, and BBC One Minute World News every day they're doing the updates on it. It's fascinating Americans first experiencing Eurovision because it's not like anything that we have here.
No, we tried.
It's not the same.
It was not the same when they had the 50 states compete against each other. No, it was just not the same.
Is Eurovision a thing in the Manning household?
What?
Okay, moving on. Moving on to Russia. Russia's celebration of victory in World War II continues to be a key pillar of Vladimir Putin's rule. Russia on Thursday wrapped itself in a patriotic pageantry for Victory Day, a celebration of his defeat of Nazi Germany in World War II. The President Vladimir Putin has turned into a pillar of his nearly quarter century in power, the justification of his military action in Ukraine. Even though very few veterans of what Russia calls the Great Patriotic War, aka World War II, are still alive 79 years after Berlin fell to the Red Army, the victory over Nazi Germany remains the most important and widely revered symbol of the country's prowess and a key element of national identity.
All right,
that's huge.
It is. I mean, the Victory Day parade, the old. This is when Joseph Stalin and the Soviet Union would unveil all of their new weaponry. A couple of years ago, they actually restored a number of Soviet-era tanks and had an entire historical battalion march. It's the largest display of military might of Russia. So yeah. Civilian casualties rise in Myanmar's civil war as resistance forces tighten their noose around the military. 6 months into an offensive against Myanmar's military government, opposition forces have made massive gains, but civilian casualties are rising sharply as regime troops increasingly turn towards scorched earth tactics in the Southeast Asian countries' bitter civil war, which kind of a lot of American press has sort of forgot about the Myanmar conflict. Also, the uprisings that continue in Haiti have kind of fallen by the wayside. Even the conflict in Ukraine gets referenced, but not the day-to-days anymore as well. So that multiple conflicts, multiple crises around the world. So I'm just reminding everyone of everything going on.
Reminding everyone of the conflict in the world.
Well, listen, there's people suffering throughout the world that you know, it's a splashy story when it first comes out, and we're focused on it for a little bit. But the news cycle moves on to the next item. And for example, like the Myanmar uprising, I'd even forgotten that it was still going on. I remember following the story when it began.
Yep.
And then in its early stages, but then the news cycle, it kind of faded away as other stories began to cycle into it. So
and like with Haiti.
Yep.
They have other countries coming in to help take over to police it, but it's not.
And the transitional government is not really working out there. So the former prime minister stepped down. New transitional came in. New transitional government is having a ton of problems, but that's not really getting covered or really spoken about. It's kind of like because the prime minister stepped down, the story's over. It's a success. It worked.
Right.
You know, but you don't ride off into the sunset because the sun comes up the next day, and what's it going to look like the next day after after
Right, and
things
there's
happened.
still like neighborhoods that are protecting themselves against the gangs. There's like a lot that's still going on over
Oh my
there
God,
too.
yeah. And the compelling story right now is the Israeli conflict. I mean, the UN estimates are talking about 30 to 40 years to fully rebuild everything that's been destroyed. I mean, that's just so just mind blowing that this conflict that's gone on for at this point 7 months is going to take that long to rebuild. And that's just the physical rebuild. That has nothing to do with the damage to human psyches or to human families or the families torn apart or the loss of loved ones too early. See, I couldn't do happy news all week. I had to do a reality check at some point.
I have happy news.
All right, go ahead.
Congrats to the top 10.
Congrats to
They
the
were
top 10.
recognized last night.
Yes.
And a nice little speech was given about each scholar, and that was an amazing program.
All right. Do we have a list of each one of them? I think we might have that.
That's
Let's
in
see.
our
So I
emails.
might.
Yep. And shout out to the many parents and grandparents who listen to our
Yes.
program. Thank you so much. Keep listening. Should be Mr. Mack.
Top 10.
There they are.
All right. In alphabetical order, Abby Bunk, Connor Cole, Yasmin Galal, Charlie Hughes, Peyton Kane, Emma Liscombe, Hannah Mudry, Molly Nichols, Emma Swanson, and Ethan Valentino. Congratulations to the top 10 in the class of 2024.
Woohoo!
Oh, that's definitely.
There you go.
There you go. And I guess that's the news
There you go.
with Tomlin. Today after school, they're doing the cornhole tournament.
Oh,
with
that's
the teacher.
today.
Yeah, it's a teacher-student cornhole tournament. Is anybody participating?
I'm not.
I am not.
All right, so I'm on with Ryan Iannone today.
Oh,
I know we have some stiff competition, so we'll be out in the courtyard this afternoon. Has anyone played any backyard cornhole?
I'm not good at it, but
I
I
know
would
I've played at
participate.
your house. Yeah,
I have. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if there's a technique to it. Is there a specific technique I should be focusing on for today? I do it more like I'm a bowler. So like I throw that right leg behind my other leg when I toss to keep my body straight. I don't spin it at all.
I step too far to the left. And I toss it more rightish, so it kind of curves over. But that's just my.
I try to stay behind the other box when I'm throwing it so I can stay in line.
I
Because you
throw it.
stand off to the right.
Yeah, I throw it really hard, but I have seen that the best ones are the ones that go high and in.
Yes, when you
Yeah.
airmail it.
You airmail right in, you
nice
curve
big
it in, but I
Yeah.
can't do that.
So hopefully I'll have some decent news to tell everybody tomorrow when I get back.
Are you going to mic yourself like they do in the NFL? So we
Oh, you
can-
I
should.
should. Maybe I will. I'll mic myself and Ryan. We'll see. We see how it goes.
Yeah, your partner is a very serious athlete.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. We've been in strict training
Good.
and
Has
a
he been sending
nutrition
you-
program.
Been
Good.
sending you videos to watch, breaking down your technique.
Exactly. We have Huddle. We have
Oh, very good.
the camera watches us. It follows
Oh
us
my God,
around
that's
and
awesome.
then checks to see what our trajectory is. And we discuss logistics, trigonometry.
If only we had Huddle in the
Calculus,
gym
yeah.
right now, and then we did this in the gym, that'd be glorious.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, all right. So, for those of you who are going to be in the cornhole tournament this afternoon, I will see you there. Congratulations to the top 10. And on
Mhm.
behalf of the show, don't forget, she's Mama Manning. He's Tomlin. I'm Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify, we're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.